The lenses are, yeah. I'm Dave, and there's Tom. And here, play.
Welcome to Retired Time Productions.
Hello, this is Retired Time Productions, and I'm Dave.
And I'm John.
And we're going to be doing a Magix Movie Edit Pro Plus tutorial on
How to do magnetic objects such as,
blurring of a face while it's moving.
like right now, and maybe even a smiley.
That's going to be done with this recording.
So to get started, let's bring a video clip onto the timeline down here. And this is a video clip of John walking along that was shown in the demo. So let's just get a section here of him walking. So right about here is good, and I'm going to clip that with my razor blade tool. And then he walks and he stops right about there. So I'll clip that. And then we'll just delete the other two sections by highlighting them and pressing the delete key on the keyboard. Alright, let's magnify that a little bit with the plus key here. And get it into the center. So there's our clip. Now, before we get started, let's just make sure there's no video effects applied to this. For example, if you had movement effects, or if you had speed applied, speed is under video effects here, speed. If you had speed applied to that, that would prevent the magnetic objects from working. So we need to make sure that that is not set. So I can just hit this double arrow to make sure. Now if it's a fresh video clip, you won't have any effects. But if you've been working with it, maybe you change the speed to have a slow-mo or a fast motion video, then that will prevent this exercise from working. So make sure you don't have any effects applied. Okay, so now let's go ahead and blur his face. We're going to go into video effects and distortion right here, and we're just going to pick the sand effect and move that up to 100% right there, and you can see the video now looks real blurry. Now the next thing we need to do is pull this drop down box right here and pick load effects mask. Go to the HD folder, choose one of these effects masks. In the demo I had a square one, so I'll just pick that one again. So we'll highlight that and then click open. And that puts the effects mask under the video down here. And the next thing we need to do is position the effects mask over his face. So for that we need to go to movement effects, size and position, and then just grab the center button right here in the effects mask. In fact, I'll go ahead and highlight the effects mask. And we'll just drag it right over his face. Right there. So the center is over his face. Next thing we do is go ahead and right click the bottom track here, the effects mask, go to attach to picture position. And this will make it a magnetic object. You can just hit continue twice here. Alright. Now here's the trick. We need to select a section that has high contrast and draw a box around it. Now I found that his hand holding the camera here works pretty good. So I can draw a box around that. And then it'll go ahead and automatically generate keyframes. And then when it's done, you can go ahead and play it back and see what happened.
How to do magnetic objects such as,
And you can see that the effects mask did follow his head. Now, after that's done, we can go ahead and size it. So what we do is we just leave the position where it is, go down here to the zoom tool, and just size it till it just covers his face. Like that. You don't want to go too small, but just about right there. Now if we play it,
How to do
you can
magnetic
see
objects
just his
such
face is
as-
covered. Now sometimes it's a little tricky to get that object marqueed, you know, find the right place. Sometimes it'll pop off it and you'll have to try it again. You need an area of high contrast. And I can do it again here for you just to show you. If I enlarge this, first I'll go ahead and right click this bottom track, which is the effects mask, do attach to picture position right here, click continue twice. Now if we make this a little larger like that, you can see more clearly what we're doing. Now what I'm going to do, say I pick his arm right there. See how that box follows his arm?
How to do magnetic objects such as...
And you can see the blur following him. And then if your blurred area is too large, you can go ahead and use the zoom again and get it down to a size that you like. So it just blurs his head. Alright, let's play it.
How to do magnetic objects such as...
So let's do the same thing with a title. It might be a little more apparent how it works if we just use a simple title. So I'm going to go to Standard, under the Title tab, go to Standard, and I'm just going to pick Small Subtitles. Drag it down like that. And we only need the title to be the size of the video clip, so I'm going to drag that over with my mouse so it's the same size. Just make sure this magnet's on so it'll snap the grid. There's a magnet tool right here that should be on. Okay, now we've got a title in there right here. I'm just going to go up here and highlight that title and go to the General tab now, and we're going to give this title some color. Let's just give it some yellow. And we might make it bold. And if we want it larger, we can do this. Alright, now let's place the title over his head. Right there. And if we want to give the title a name, let's put JMerc77 for his channel. Hit the check mark. Okay, now let's attach that object to the video to make it magnetic. We'll come down to the title, right click, go to Attach to Picture, continue, and we'll just do the same thing. You notice the title disappeared. That's normal. Okay, I'll just pick say the camera again around his hand here. Now when I let go of the mouse button, it's going to start making the keyframes, and you can see the box moving along with him. See how that box moves right along with his camera? And then it ends. Alright.
How
Now,
to do magnetic objects such as...
so now you can see the title followed him
How to
right
do
along.
magnetic objects such...
Let's now attach an image that I downloaded off the internet, and this image can be just about anything you want. In our case, we took a smiley face and imported it like that, and it's an animated smiley face, so we had to do a little work with Photoshop to edit it, and I'm not going to get into that, but you can use a simple GIF, JPEG, BMP, different file formats to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and make the length of the image the same as the video right there, and now if I play it,
How to do magnetic
you can see it
objects
takes up
such as...
the whole screen just about. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is position it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little trick here, and I'm going to bring the video level down a little bit
How to do magnetic objects...
so you can see what's behind it. Then I'm going to go to Effects, and back to size and position under movement effects. Take that center button, put it right here. I'm going to put it right here near the top of its head, like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, you just can move it around wherever you want. And if I play it again,
How to do magnetic objects such as...
you can see it's there, but it's not following him yet. Okay, so now let's right click it and do attach to picture position in video. Continue, continue. And I'm going to draw a little box around the camera there again. And it's following him pretty good. Okay, now let's play it back.
How to do magnetic objects such as...
Looks good. Now let's go to the zoom tool here under size and position, and we're going to go ahead and zoom our smiley face. Get it down to where we think it should be. And then bring the video level back up. Now if we play it,
How to do magnetic objects such as...
you can see it's following him. But you notice we have a problem. There's a green box around it. So that is chroma key. So I'm going to go to chroma key here, go to green, and then bring my threshold up. And this is only because I have a green background on this. And then I'll bring the fading range up a little too. So it looks pretty solid, but doesn't show the green, like right there. Alright, now let's play it.
How to do magnetic objects such as...
Now you notice in the beginning the smiley face is not really lined up with his head. So let's zoom into that a minute. And if we move the arrow over, you can see it slowly goes in there. And when it gets right there, what you can do is just chop off that section with the razor blade tool. Because sometimes there's a little aberration in it. Alright. Now let's play it.
How to do magnetic
There we go.
objects such as...
Okay, so that
do magnetic objects
looks pretty good to
such
me.
as...
Now for you Magix Movie Edit Pro Plus users, that's if you've got the Plus version, I'm going to put a link under this video to a bonus video that shows you how to use some of these design elements, specifically the image objects that come with the Plus version, and use them in a video too and have them follow a movie object. So stay tuned for that. It'll be under the video. In the meantime, if you have any comments or suggestions, just leave them underneath this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thanks for watching.
Here, play.